Hey guys, it's James from the Chart Guys. Today is August 31st, and I just wanted to do a review on gold and oil. This is the gold weekly chart. This red line right here is the weekly uptrend line, and as you can see, we've lost it currently. However, we still do have this white line right here, which is the middle Bollinger Band support, currently bouncing off of and defending it. If you look at the daily, we've defended the 1310 level pretty well the last 2 days, and currently bouncing off the lower Bollinger Band on the daily. What gold needs to do is it's having a hard time here on the hourly. Let's take a look at the hourly. It's having a hard time breaking above this 1313 level and holding it on the hourly. It hasn't closed above it yet. This candlestick closed right at 1313, but we don't have a close above it yet. 1313 will be the next hourly support that we'd want to regain on gold, and then we'd want to go for the break of 1320. We got close here at 1319.20 and got a rejection, and then you can see all this downside we had. So 1313 close on the hourly first, and then 1320 test would be what we want to go for. Let's take a look at JNUG. Look at the actual miners. As you guys know and have noticed, the miners have been significantly weaker than silver or gold. They've fallen so much more than gold has. Let me get rid of these Bollinger Bands here. What we have on JNUG today is possibly a Morningstar reversal candlestick. And what that is when the body of a candlestick here gaps down below the body of the previous candlestick. What would confirm that is we'd want a green day tomorrow with the body gapping up above this body. The wicks can touch, but we want the body separate. So that's something to watch out for tomorrow to see if we actually finally get a reversal in the miners. I think, let's see what Nugget looks like. Nugget, same thing. JNUG definitely looked a little bit stronger today, and that's been the case for a while, where the junior miners have looked a little bit better than the senior miners have. That could be their sensitivity to how gold and silver move more so than the senior miners. Now let's take a look at oil. So we had a huge dump day today. Just a lot of red after the inventory reports came out. What I wanted to highlight is something that Dan highlighted in the room, and what got me in a oil trade is the 4-hour RSI. If you look at the 4-hour RSI, it got pretty close to going under 20. I'm not sure if it did or not, but let's take a look. This chart, every time the 4-hour RSI got to that level here, we got a bounce for a little bit. Here we got a pretty big bounce here. Here we got a pretty big bounce here. So we were looking at the 4-hour RSI and anticipating a bounce. So that also lined up with this is the 200 MA on the 4-hour chart. And so I bought some USO calls right off that bounce. And so we'll see how oil follows through. See if we'll get a big bounce or we'll get a small bounce like we did here with further downside, if it's just an oversold bounce, or we'll see something more significant. Another way that I used this oil play was with SPY and USXV. And how that worked was, let's go to the hourly. You saw this big SPY dump, and it was in correlation with the hourly oil. You can see it here, and SPY followed it. So what I anticipated is when oil was oversold, I anticipated a SPY bounce because it moved down with oil. And that's not always the case, but today was the case where oil and SPY were trading hand in hand. And so what I did was, instead of buying SPY calls, UVXY, sorry, is I actually bought UVXY puts. I like UVXY puts because they are clearly in a downtrend, no matter where you look at it, with the time decay and everything, and there not been having been too much volatility. Um, a good strategy would have been awesome if I had thought of it much earlier. In hindsight, was would have been to short UVXY just long term and just hold those shorts. I mean, you're talking about quite a bit of money you made there just shorting UVXY. So those are some of the trades that I'm watching out for tomorrow. Would be oil continuing to bounce and seeing if the markets rally with it, and seeing how SPY bounces and how UVXY will continue down, and seeing if the gold bulls can recapture 1313 on the hourly as support, and then taking out 1320 and confirming the reversal Morningstar candlestick pattern on the miners. All right, have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.